for the Dawnbreaker counter initiation on the ultimate. They don't really want to build BKBs on anyone but Carl. Like, Cuckoo doesn't want to build one first. He's not going to have one for a while. We saw how long it took last game. Again, I think it'll be more like the Echo Saber BKB Deso, something like that. You know, just like more up in your face. Might even go like a Scotty. Just something to make it harder for Deuce to do a job.
Whitemon with the Ravage, but he looks pretty dead. He's trying to get the high five. Save says, see you later.
They tried to deny him. They both attacked at the same time between the Lina.
You're a poly voicer.
Yes. I was thinking of some reference to that, but I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, you're okay if it's not exclusive.
Yes.
But First Blood went to the Void Spirit. Always good news when your mid laner can get themselves a First Blood.
Yeah, he got a wand off of it, so he didn't elect to like rush his bottle any faster.
Yeah. He's
just choosing to... That's going to help him get there very smoothly, because I would say against Lina, the main issue he'll have is just getting bullied out of lane.
Oh my gosh, VP, you mentioned the overall aggression, and they're just launching him behind the tower. They almost get the kill. He doesn't have a TP. If he dies, even if he doesn't die, he's got no regen here.
Do they have a Salva on Whitemon?
Or is that
nah,
not the case?
She's pretty favored here, I think, so it'll probably put it to about even.
Got it.
Carl's also, I'd say, one of the stronger mechanical mid laners.
Yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I missed First Blood. My bad. As First Blood goes, Kuka gets picked up. We talked about him having a big game.
We saw First Blood. That was line earlier.
Right.
We saw the line.
Oh no, that's true. That wasn't First Blood. We got First Blood. Never missed a First Blood in my life. But I love VP. Always looking for the high fives. And always looking for aggression. These laning stages, they are absolutely on top of 23 Savage and on top of Whitemon. They're just on top of T1, not giving them any room to breathe. And this wave is pushed so far away from the Deuce's tower, making it so hard. Down bottom, Cuckoo does do a nice job with Zephyr to turn things around and get a kill on the Disruptor there. Save is just being a constant nuisance on this bounty.
Yeah, they're trying to pull the camps to like fix the lane, and he's just not letting this happen. Not on my watch, he says. Wait, what?
Not on my watch either.
How does Nightfall solo kill a Weaver? You're struggling. Lane's been a bit rough.
Yeah.
Walk up the high ground, and there's just a ward there.
It was the same sentry, yeah. That got another ward. Here we go, the first dive. There's the Dawnbreaker ultimate comes charging on in. Looking for that last bit of damage to bring down Carl, and one more right click, GPK, not... oh, and the Weaver bug finishes off Kingslayer. They didn't get him. Dawnbreaker's kind of trying to chase, but I don't think he can catch up. Nope. Okay. He gets out of there. That's big for T1.
Yeah, he's their only core having a really nice game. So isn't going the kill build, given the way VP's been playing so far, but I can understand it. It's much more reliable to play Venomancer the other way.
Yeah, it doesn't want to maybe enter the mid game when they're taking towers without the wards leveled up. VP trying to get themselves some more urn charges. Went for a poke on a Whitemon, but he manages to get back to the safety of his tower, and they want to now start pressuring this tower, but... And you're against the Medusa, you're just feeding her free gold if you have like super low level wards. VP committing to this top lane, the two supports in the Veno, knowing that the Dawnbreaker, once that ultimate comes back up, can show up to this fight, although it is on cooldown currently, and if they can push 23 Savage out, it's like, or just get a kill, that'd be huge for them, and it looks like he's just going to be left alone, and nothing Whitemon can really do. I mean, the Weaver shows up, they want to try and turn this one around. The Void Spirit's going to be a little bit careful.
They've got Dawnbreaker.
Does have an Astral Step, and yep, there's the Dawnbreaker coming in with the Dissimulate damage as well. Nightfall gets the kill. They timed that aggression as the Dawnbreaker was coming back up, and Nightfall gets a second.
On T1, because they had seen the 4 heroes from VP of like run at you, and that's exactly what you would expect in VP's draft. Yep. Medusa's just not equipped to deal with that just yet. The nerfs that came out back when Medusa was really broken was to her level 1 mana shield, and that just makes her more susceptible to exactly what you're seeing here.
Wow, they
TP'd in
and just instantly gets gone on. Has to often. I mean, you often don't see that Stone Gaze level this early on, but good thing he did, or he'd be dead. He's just dead anyways. He's TP'd in. They're tipping him. They know he's just ruined his own game. And That is a, 3K net worth Medusa. Struggling, but T1 may get some revenge up here. Can they bring down this Venom? It looks like help is on the way for VP. Comes a little bit too late, so Whitemon helps secure a kill for Zephyr as he'll pay the price for it.
This is before Bounty Hunter track, by the way. Like this is how fast they're playing without the motivation. While 23 Savage was walking to lane, which made it so he was so low they couldn't stop that maneuver. So really just well planned out by VP.
I like this move. That's a big kill if they can get it, and they have. Nightfall goes down.
He understands. And that's really important to relieve that pressure on the top tower. But Cuckoo's now getting the business here.
Going for the yoink, but has to worry about the totem. They're going to glimpse him back into a static swing. Now he gets a chance to steal some damage, but walks out. Echo Slam, Fissure, Cuckoo showing up and getting a couple of kills for his team. He dies, but he does take 2 down with him. Carl needs to try and keep himself alive. Turns around Laguna Blade. Carl needs to TP himself back to Pound, but he's just dead. The Venoman's ultimate making sure of it. GPK cleaning on up.
Yeah, he TP'd in for that fight on the Lina, so Carl, similar to last game, that if you do overextend, you will die.
Yeah, the heroes are in some ways all about playing from behind. Like, you don't draft them to crush the early game. You'd like to, obviously have a good early mid game, but
you'd probably automatically win.
Yeah,
if you have a good early game on these types.
Yeah, we've seen Medusas go high ground at 20-25 minutes when the game goes well. And you get like 2 items and you're ready to go high ground with Aegis.
The T1 tower.
Makes sense. Go for the tier 2, you can have it. Tier 1, no siree.
Exactly.
Whitemon on the high ground, he's caught aggressively, but Cuckoo blinks in. We'll finish off the Void Spirit.
Kingslayer was holding on to that ability, I think.
Wow.
And
big kills.
Lost him.
They may get more. They've got the Sentry for save. They see him.
This is T1 at their... This is bread and butter. This is exactly what they do.
Yeah, they were just waiting for Bound to get 6 and get track, and then like, okay, he's got track now, we can't give up any more kills. We got to kill them now. Before track, sure, you can kill us.
And I like the instant change of pace that they've adjusted to.
They've got the 1K gold lead. This is T1, who yesterday did not win a game. They went 0-4, are holding their own and looking in an okay position against one of the hottest teams from yesterday.
If they bleed 2 or 3 kills, this will turn pretty quickly, is my only concern here. But so far, they are executing quite well.
Yeah, and if it's just a support, like throwing away his life for some info, like a kill like this on Whitemon, you're not too worried about. You don't want Cuckoo going down, and that's a big kill for the Shaker if he does get picked off with the Dawnbreaker coming on in. It looks bad for Cuckoo. This is the bleeding of kills you were talking about. Goes for the Echo Slam. Cuckoo! He says save! What are you doing, my friend?
You wanted to yoink him
Echo.
again. That's the price you pay for maxing Janata. I just want to hit him one more time.
Yeah.
The thing is that these support kills, or I mean in this case an off-lane kill, don't usually matter that much, but with the Bounty Hunter in the picture, it's definitely more benefit. Like it's just so much more gold being injected into VP than it would be otherwise.
Yep. VP continue their aggression. They find a Weaver. Stonegaze gets committed, so now they can continue playing aggressive without worry of that defensive spell, and they'll get that tier 1 mid tower, it looks like, as they continue to invade. They leaving DM by himself while they look for more kills. Does get... Oh, they both went for the deny and neither got it. Carl's been caught by the Yule Scepter. The Remnant going to pull him back in, and he's tracked up as well. Carl going to look to turn and fight and gets the Void Spirit before he goes down. He's going to die to the Venomancer damage, but probably won't mind the fact that he brought down the Void Spirit with him. T1, whenever they get gone on, they know it's like, I'm dead. I'm going to do everything I can to bring as many heroes down with me as possible.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a good job of like standing their ground in that regard, but man, this isn't a pace of the game that T1 is wanting.
Yeah.
Like they're not choosing this. I think they're addressing it pretty well. They've got no Disruptor ultimate just yet. Now they have it.
Yeah. DM's going to be a little bit careful, but a great Static Storm counterplay. They've got the Weaver, and that's the big hero to potentially find here. Dawnbreaker going to look to ulti on in. 23 Savage is going to be careful. Pops the Stone Gaze, trying to get himself out of there, but playing against Disruptor, sometimes you just can't escape. Goes for the TP out, but Nightfall is there, ready to stop his TP on out. Save doing a good job of just playing this vision game, getting pesky Observer Wards up, using his life just to scout heroes out. He does walk into a Sentry Ward, so Bit of caster curse, just trying to help T1 out of it, you know?
True.
As VP use that info to jump somebody else, they see the line and they're like, okay, 2 heroes top. Let's put Whitemon on a cliff. I don't know if that was intentional or not. He's going for the TP out, but he gets brought back down and won't see himself surviving. Carl with the BKB. He got forced out, and Nightfall is chasing, looking for this, but doesn't have the ability to kill Elena.
So I thought he might have gotten the Radiance just to like deal with the Lycan summons in some way, but he swipe. Is that what the ability is?
The bonus crit.
Oh, and Star Breaker.
Oh, jump Medusa. In trouble. That's going to be an easy kill. Immediately tip to follow it up. They kind of want Whitemon. Have they got a glimpse? Doesn't look like it. On cooldown.
Long story short, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And even though they have a lot of stuns, and I was talking about how like kind of clunky up-tempo run and gun play style, and you want your team to be in control if you as a carry want to play alone, right? Wow, GPK. I have to imagine that was some degree of foresight. Might have just been luck. The Dawnbreaker ultimate is.
Okay. Carl, oh my, even with the BKB being popped, he's being chased down here. He's trying to use the movement speed, gets the stun on 1, but not 2. Save. Shurikens him down, and
so much
elsewhere, yeah, things are not looking pretty. They're going to use that mobility. The Dawnbreaker comes in with the ultimate, that bonus heal as well. Cuckoo, he's got no way out. That one not a track kill at least, but oh boy, things suddenly, for a while they were looking okay for T1, and now not the case again.
That was just the track kill on Carl, I think, that really accelerated that.
Uh-oh. Cuckoo doesn't have his BKB yet, and they've got a Static Storm waiting for him to dump on top with the track. They get bonus gold once again. Every kill just adding up here.
I don't think T1 can just draft their normal stuff against VP. Echo Slam, but then what? It's like, what are you following it up with when Carl's spending the entire game getting ran at?
Yep.
Like this.
He does hold his BKB, but Save is there waiting behind the tower. Just being an absolute nuisance, and now Dawnbreaker going to Solar Guardian on in. Help finish off the line. They've got the track on a Carl post BKB, so they've got the vision. Kingslayer waits for the BKB to wear off, glimpses him back. The track plus glimpse, that's another combo we haven't even talked about. That's an old school one. Teams used to do the Slardars and the Bounty Hunter with Disruptor all the time, having the vision. But this fight has gone T1's way. They've managed to turn it into a 3-for-1 in their favor. VP getting a little bit too aggressive.
That's exactly what they did in the OG game, VP. They dove the enemy triangle because with the weight of the world on the Medusa's shoulders, I'd say it's going to be a bit tough.
Oh, they've found 2 of the Fissure. The Static Storm looking to turn this one around, but there is a BKB on Cuckoo. DM's tanky, but not tanky enough. They bring down the Veno.
That's a huge kill.
Not going to find any follow-up kills off of it, but they can now play pretty aggressive on the map with the Veno down.
Because T1 definitely has to buy BKBs. And Radiance obviously countered by BKB as well.
Oh, Cuckoo blinks in with the Echo Slam. Carl behind is not going to get the LSA. The Force Staff over the Fissure, helping keep him alive, and Carl's going to just back off. He is so low in health here.
Nice glimpse.
Glimpse back into the Static Storm. Zephyr can't get out.
Being created
Yes.
by VP. Establish a massive lead, throw a couple times. They ended up closing that game out. Will they be able to do it again?
Oh, they're going to look to fight this one. Safe Force Staff onto the cliff, and with the Dawnbreaker showing up, the Guardian helping keep him alive. 23 Savage just going to Stone Gaze and then kind of hold his ground here. Mantis out of this one, but he's getting low, losing his mana. And this Dawnbreaker is just doing too much freaking damage. He obliterates the Medusa, but the Void Spirit goes down in the process, and now Dawnbreaker, out of gas, is going to go down here. This Lina just shredding through them, gets the kill on the high ground on the Bounty who's stuck, and they want more. They want Kingslayer.
Where was DM?
Yeah, he wasn't anywhere to be seen. They needed something to address the Lina. I'm not sure DM would have been the answer, but Lina just cleaned up there.
They just brought the superior numbers on, so he would have been able to teach it.
Do we have the fight recap?
Of your max HP per second.
They're going to commit the Echo Slam for this one. DM surviving for now. Another totem hit's going to finish him off, and Dawnbreaker ultied into this one. Nightfall, he may just die. The Lina right-click damage is going to be too much for him. Oh no! VP have completely thrown away their lead here. They will get the kill on the Lina, but he had the Aegis. Carl's going to be coming back to life, and with 23 Savage showing up, they're absolutely tearing apart. VP get demolished in this mid lane. What a comeback from T1.
If you told me T1's going to win this game, this is exactly how it's going to look. Like, you VP, lane dominating team, they get off to an early lead. T1, just the turtle masters of all of Dota right now. I think they're like the most signature team of this being their playstyle, and they have just allowed VP to overextend 1 or 2 times, and they have just slammed the door in the face of this bounty hunter lineup.
They want
Look at Zephyr. Look
DM,
at this
and they're going to get him. Yeah, and Shaker Cuckoo's going to TP himself home. He should survive through this. Yep, pops a Fairy Fire, I believe, just to be safe.
This might be the sloppiest performance I've seen from DM in a long time. I feel like he's just not been where he needs to be. Yeah, these wards for Veno, they lose so much effectiveness when these Infus heroes
save. Finds Cuckoo. That'd be a nice find, but he has a BKB, so they know they can't commit too much on a Cuckoo. Further down, Carl's Lina gets an LSA follow-up. The Void Spirit could be in some trouble. Is the damage going to be there? It's going to be close. He gets it to Assimilate off. The Dawnbreaker. The Guardian perhaps saving his life there, and as a result, GPK is kept alive. Neither team losing anyone yet, but they do eventually bring down DM's Veno, but the big kill, the one on GPK, is the one that T1 don't get. They're chasing, they're looking for more, but the glimpse back keeps Carl away. Boy, that was close. Stumped you. As we're going to see Dawnbreaker coming in once again. That's a good start to the fight for VP. They take out the Weaver as well as the Lion. Carl Forster has run away, and VP...
You'd rather have a melee hero that if they want to kill you, that you could like hit them back, you know. Get your sustain from the luminosity procs going.
Wait. Find the line, and now they're going to get the Weaver as well. VP going from one pick to the next, but here comes the rest of T1. They've lost 2, but they still want to force and take this fight. We'll see if it pays off. Safe playing around the Roshan pit, the fissure block keeping him safe, and 23 Savage has to be a little bit careful here. Gets pulled back in by the glimpse, and now this Medusa going to be ignored for now. They're going to see if they go for someone else. Not the case. VP, they've got numbers. They've got 5 versus 3, and T1 still want to hold their ground. They still want to fight. They're going to pop the Dawnbreaker ultimate to come on in. Cuckoo gets the stun as the Dawnbreaker arrives in.
He landed on the fissure.
Yeah, and then the Echo Slam going to come in as well. They tip Nightfall saying, sure, show up, come on in. You're invited to our party, a party where VP is going to lose this game, say T1.
I will say that I was doubtful of T1. I'm like, wow, they're 3v5 and they are sticking around willingly. But man, that's just such great awareness.
That's the second fight I've seen. The Dawnbreaker just solo Guardians in, instantly gets stunned and blown up. That ultimate has the potential to backfire.
Yeah, you can't cancel it willingly, I don't think. Right? It's not like it's like a channel that only gets canceled by the opponent.
But T1, I mean, what do you do? It's Medusa plus an Alina with an Aegis. They didn't even have to give the Aegis to Medusa.
Yeah, Carl, HP compared to damage, he's much worse ratio. You'd rather give him the second life, I think.
They'll let this top lane go. They are wrapping around. Virtus Pro looking for that kind of gotcha play. They see 23 Savage. They ignore him. Instead, it's going to be Cuckoo who gets the jump. Blinks in, slams down 2, takes out the Void Spirit. And now the Dawnbreaker showing up.
Oh,
it's
not
going to be
again.
a 2-man turn spike. They tip knife. Deja vu. This Dawnbreaker just ulting into the worst possible situation several times around. And T1 have gotten their first win, Brian.
Yeah, in T1 fashion. I'm glad to see it, you know. We talked about a few of the teams that haven't done so hot so far that maybe they have to adjust a little bit. I was doubtful that their draft would just be a bit too slow, but and like a hood, probably like 1 HP item on top of both of those.
Yep.
So if he gets off, I think Cuckoo's game is going to heavily determine who wins here. He last picks his hero a lot, by the way.
Yeah. That feels like some pre-game, you know, an analyst ward finding, and then they double back, come back in. They want the kill on save, and they're going to get it. They tip him. Cuckoo, he's the captain. He last picks his hero. He steals first blood. This man making sure his game goes well.
This man's a Chad. Very alpha.
Yeah.
As he also leveled Cookie on Snapfire. That's definitely not the ability you want.
Hasn't shown top, but a nice Cookie on a 2 heroes. Can Cuckoo get out of this? The body blocks are there, and Save will finish him off. The return kill attempted by Zephyr is unsuccessful, and it's going to be potentially a second kill. Save gets the double. Nicely done. As we'll see DM probably going to struggle up top. Like, yeah, he's got a few CS so far, but playing a 1v2. Yeah, here we go. It's going to be a kill. That's the level 2 timing on the CM, I believe. You mentioned it, Brian. You get the double nuke now. The CM level 2 is just that much stronger.
That's what I'm here for, I think. I'm predicting all these level 2 timings.
Speaking of level 2 timings, it's level 2 on the Snapfire, yeah.
At everybody. Kingslayer, Save, and Nightfall were all level 2 there.
Carl, GPK can't go for the rune because of the Scorched Earth, I guess.
It's the Heartbeat creep. He got his bottle delivered, so he has more mana to work with.
Okay. And he saves the water rune. Carl's waiting to see which way GPK goes. He's not going for a water rune because he knows GPK will then go for the other. So Carl's like, I'm going to keep you honest. I'm going to force you to stay here. Save makes a nice rotation. He's now been in like 4 kills.
There's 6 denies coming out from GPK.
Yep.
But he's going for it.
And I think GPK is just going to accept his fate here. He's trying to get the return kill. Carl has bottle charges. Yep, and has a water rune to go for maybe. Oh, he steals a bounty rune. This is so good from Carl.
Fine.
We're going to find out. He's got Scorched Earth. He might just be dead here.
He's fine.
They're tipping him. They know he's dead. He just TP'd it and died a second time.
I've just got the inner narrative of GPK right now. I'm fine.
He sees a CM there. It's like, okay, it's a CM. It's just a CM, right? I don't remember what this hero does, but it's a weak hero, right?
I don't remember what this hero does. That happens a lot in Dota.
Or you just remember the hero doing like half as much damage or something.
After it's killed you, you're like, oh yes, that is what that hero does.
This CM has looked solid for T1.
He's cast enough spells where in the past he wouldn't have had enough.
And T1, we talk about them being a team that often comes back. They're playing the laning stage game. They have managed to crush several of these lanes and continue to play aggressive down bottom, which has been their undoing before and maybe their undoing again. Nightfall's low. Kind of baits this one a bit. Cuckoo pushes his hero to the limit, gets another death pulse off, but he's still going to go down to Save's right clicks.
He's going to destroy his own sentry that was blocking the hard camp. And meanwhile, tanking a Doom.
First Doom of the game. It's not going to go the way of the Storm, so I imagine GPK is like, thank you, can I deny you? No. Carl does too much right click damage.
It's like an extra Devour charge there. 290 gold. That was actually a 3x kill streak, so he gets a little bit of extra golden XP for that.
I like how Doom has, speaking of gambling, has the voice line for it.
This voice line.
Level Death was back in.
Technically it is on the shard, yeah.
Here we go. Big fight breaking out the bottom lane as GPK looks to make his first move. Nightfall again getting pressure, but he's going to look to turn and fight. Dies in the process, and Cuckoo with the Ghost Shroud keeps himself alive. GPK cannot afford to die here. He's been frostbitten, and Whitemon is just controlling everybody. They want the third kill. They lose 23 Savage to get this fight to go their way, but it's well worth it for T1. They'll be more than happy with the outcome. And they may get a 4th kill. Save, trying to get the hell out of here. I don't know if Carl wants to dive a tier 2 tower. In fact, he's going to worry about Nightfall's TP in. This would be a huge kill if they can get it, but they're not going to, as Carl smartly TPs himself out of there.
Yeah, I said that he usually goes for the hood on Doom so that he can be really aggressive.
We'll see if they can get another kill down bottom. They've got the Reaper's Sight to ball the Frostbite. The damage is not enough. Okara was waiting to see if he came in, but he did the full long distance ball lightning.
That's what to say. There are some storms that would have died there. That Zephyr kill just feels like it doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things.
No.
GP is kind of just getting bullied.
Cuckoo, a solo kill here could matter, but I think he understands the limit of his heroes. And it's top lane where Virtus Pro making their real big move here. Gotta worry about Spectre.
Okay.
Can they burst him down? The Cookie in with DEM, the nice two-man Fisherman. Here comes Cuckoo, and they're gonna turn this one around. DEM tries to TP out, but nope. CM has the Frostbite.
just
CM
on point
chasing for
rotations.
more, yeah.
Whitemon's owning.
Yeah, CM has been super impactful.
He's going to live out his glory days until he gets two-shotted by a Sven.
Yeah, this is
Is your moment
before
to be
that, yeah.
man.
I'd say same for Snapfire. Save has been very impactful in this laning stage. Perhaps the one glimmer of hope for VP at times. All right. We'll maybe update you guys later about some of that, but right now, T1 sitting pretty. It's 9 kills 8, but a 2k gold lead and top 3 cores on their side. Although Sven is not far behind, finally getting some stacks to farm.
What are you doing here, Save? I don't think he thought Zephyr was here. I think he could just, like, cut this wave and then TP out.
Yeah.
And instead, kind of just giving another Midas usage to the... Yeah, but all 3 of their cores are very farm heavy. None of them really do anything else.
Yeah.
None of them are like gankers or something.
They want this CM, but the Doom is there ready. Carl! He baited it perfectly.
Point.
Oh, they read Virtus Pro like a book.
Are T1 Virtus Pro's kryptonite? Because, like, they're always trying to do something, right? Like, VP always wants to try to make a play happen. And does T1 ever actually make plays?
Was that on a play? I mean, it was a reaction
What I'm
to a
saying
play,
is
yeah,
they always bait you to make plays onto them, right? Like, even just top lane was them TPing in response
and here's
to
another
aggression.
another situation. They kind of bait them in here. The CM Freezing Field gets cancelled by a global silence, but T1 were ready for this aggression and are looking to counter it. This time around, though, it doesn't go the way they were hoping for. The pig pole, Carl trying to use that to get out of there. Storm using a lot of mana to bowl on in. It's going to be a little bit careful. The overgrowth is there, going to catch up too, but T1 maybe pushing their luck a little bit here, but with numbers now showing up, 23 Savages back in this one, and GPK, he's low on mana. The Sven getting very low himself. He's going to die to the Spectral Dagger. GPK has to get out of here. Luckily dodges the stomp. As the chase is on. The chase is too far. Carl, illusion dodge?
Illusion dodge!
Yeah!
You understand, Zephyr. You understand, my friend.
And
That's rubbing salt in the wound to Reaper sight the 5 position. They don't... Maybe
we're thinking of different ones.
Yeah, I think we're thinking of different
ones.
ones.
There was one where they died bottom tier 1 and Spectre died, but they got some good kills here. This is VP. Once again, they're the ones looking to make plays. They'll kill 23 Savage. It always costs them a price, though. Never does it feel like VP are getting a clean kill and getting out.
Still good for VP,
yes.
I think, all considering the fact that they're down by 3k.
This is one they don't want to lose, and VP, Nightfall nicely gets out of there. Spidey sense was tingling.
The thing is, when they make that play mid on VP, their goal is...
Fall in. Immediate global silence. Blink Echo. Have they got the damage here? They do. They commit everything. Then the overgrowth comes in. The counterplay is there with the Spectre Haunt. Can T1 turn this around? It looks like they might be able to get some kills. GPK barely balls to the higher ground as CM's Freezing Field absolutely destroys them here. It's going to get 2 kills in return. Just for a support and an offlaner. He's alone. Is he going to go for it?
Does he
He's
have
thinking about it.
Does he have the restraint?
He's thinking about it.
Oh my god, the restraint on this man. That's when you know he's ready to be a TI level character.
Yep. Him and Nightfall both. We saw Nightfall like TPing away right before the Doom came up to catch him too, but I may have just jinxed him. Nightfall, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nightfall. I should have said nothing.
Zephyr understands the mind games. You tell him to keep PMA, and then you toxic tip them. Making sure they're just always ready.
VP want to take this fight, though. They don't have the Sven, but they feel like they've got the numbers. Blink, Echo followed by a Global. They're trying to bring down 23 Savage. It looks like they'll get him. Nothing Treen can do. Yeah, exactly. Can they get out of this one alive? Overgrowth on the Shaker. Meanwhile, Doom, Carl, he wants bigger fish than Kingslayer. He lets the Silencer go as he goes looking for GPK, but the Invis Room means he gets out of there.
That's always been my dream as a sport, is to just be such a non-threat that you just get ignored and then you get to TP out.
He's
how's he gonna do that though?
0, 4, and 5. He's having a rough time. That mid lane was just miserable for him.
Yeah, that Harpy.
Oh, he's trying to make that play happen mid, but needs to be careful. Out of mana, he's on the run. The Fissure going to help get him out of there, but now that means DM's the one perhaps in a little bit of trouble. Does have a blink. Gets out of there, and the Cookie as well, so. Okay, 23 Savage. He's in, he's back out, he's changing his mind. Just getting vision for his team, but they decide not to overkill. They don't want to pull the VP.
In terms of, like, Nightfall isn't dying while he's farming. He's just constantly
With a ward, they saw him.
He wasn't farming right here, so this doesn't count.
Yeah. Don't worry. I pulled one, you had to pull one too. We shouldn't talk about Nightfall.
Yeah.
It doesn't end well.
Sorry, Nightfall.
His parents watching and cursing us for...
Cursing him.
Yeah, exactly. And VP, they're playing around where they have vision in these high grounds, but T1 are just never really coming into these traps. As Spectre does exactly just that, so the curses continue, but he's still living armor. No, not going to come out in time. There's revenge kill.
This is like the story of this game.
Yeah.
Kill one guy on T1 because they invest everything, and then lose 2 heroes because the rest of T1 has shown up by that point because it took so. So it's like damage issues. That's his issues. And he's against Tree, Spectre, Necro, Doom. How do you ever have enough damage?
Infernal Blade damage. That was so
much
cool.
Damage.
He actually didn't right-click right after hoofs. He waited so he could like chain the stun on his Infernal Blade. That was actually so cool indeed. Sven trying to go in and kill this pesky CM.
Bad.
This CM just using the Shadow Amulet to stay alive. Whitemon, he gets healed up, then he gets a freezing field off. Oh no, Virtus Pro. They get rocked. Absolutely rocked.
When you are getting dangled on by a CM, that is not good.
This may just be entering GG territory. This game just feels like psychologically damaging for VP. They've had such a good day one. They're still in a perfectly fine position as he TPs out in front of them.
Being better.
Oh, another Spectre Hall play. Cuckoo has the Reaper. It won't get the Reaper kill, but it will get the kill.
It's even better because he gives the kill to Savage.
Okay.
So it's, yeah, you're not giving the respawn time penalty, but is he even using his life for anything on Nightfall at this point? I don't think he's really hitting creeps.
That's the one.
And another one.
That's also the one. You can see T1 are just tipping all over the place, using voice lines. They are.
You can't take the organization out of the team, you know? Like, it's just such a thing to go 5-1 and then go against the team that's 0-4 and lose 2 games. Now, on the other hand, I'd say T1's way better than what you
Blink Echo with a nice cookie fall up in the Global Silence. They'll kill one, the Necro. Can they get both here? 22 Savages bouncing around with the Haunt. And it looks like DM getting low, trying to use the invis. There's going to be a ball in, but he's got the Aeon Disc. No, they're going to get the kill. Nicely played there, but the Spectre doesn't end up going down just yet. 23 Savage. Have they got the damage for this one? Oh, Carl, he's on a monster kill. He's just destroying everyone. GPK just staying in those trees.
Does he have a TV on Storm?
Upper bracket is, of course, the goal. Nice to obviously win your group. You get to, I believe, pick your opponent. That's usually how it works. As T1 looking just to bounce back and get their second win of the group stage, and they're going to get the kill and save. They commit the Reaper for good measure, and they'll take out the Tier 2 tower.
This is a big series for T1. You know, I mean, I'm just imagining, right? They come out of this series and they're 0-6. This is just weird at this point.
Yep.
Zephyr's now my officially favorite player in all of TI. This guy says keep it PMA more than I do.
Dota's such a momentum game. It could
That's,
it could literally, they could just ride this and, you know, go win most of their games today and tomorrow and suddenly be like a top 2, top 3 team in the group stage. It's entirely plausible. We've seen it before at TIs, and 23 Savage is going to chase down Kingslayer. Yeah. And for VP, yeah, I mean, yeah, they, you know, were a 5-1 team and lose now to a 0-4 team. T1, like you say, not your traditional 0-4 team, but ultimately, for VP, you know, if they can get upper bracket, main event is, you know, the goal for all these teams, like doing well in the main event.
Yeah, T1 can still absolutely get upper bracket themselves. You know, they've only lost 4 games.
They lost game 1, but so I mean that's the thing. They started 0-4, won 2 games. That confidence booster can suddenly turn around your whole group stage. So Spectre, they find Nightfall. Oh boy.
You know, honestly,
dude, this Spectre act is just insane. That constantly finding these heroes.
When you're ahead, it looks.
Oh, that Echo Slam is not going to cut it. Reaper gets the kill on the Shaker, and yeah.
Keep drawing out this game, VP, because Zephyr is giving me some free advertisement right now.
And 23 Savage is giving me some free fantasy points.
I believe I have... Who do I have on T1? I think I have Carl.
Ooh.
Okay, that's the wombo combo.
For who? The 5v1 wombo combo from T1. At this point, GPK's like, yeah, 4-man Vortex.
He's like padding his stun numbers on the fantasy.
That's true. He's helping out the people who put him in there. That stun number's worth more than the death, I think. I'm not entirely sure how the numbers work.
I have absolutely no clue how they work. I would imagine deaths are probably pretty costly for 4 players.
Get the Doom out. Carl has been, my MVP for this game, the way he crushed that mid lane. Him or the CF, but both those two have been fantastic.
Yeah, I think the fact that he won his lane and was allowed to go Midas while also having like a presence on the map is just all home.
Yeah,
Some
encourage PMA
safety.
gameplay.
Yes, indeed. Of course.
Well, yeah.
I was about to say, I hope they GG soon, just because this looks painful.
And the way they were playing when the Storm zipped into 4 heroes, I think for VP, they'd already kind of mentally GG'd out.
Yeah, they got the 4-man stun into the death of the Storm. That's when you know you're pretty much doomed, literally.
Wow.